It's Metallica here on the Classic Metal Show from the Master of Puppets release with Sanitarium, singing of Hillary Clinton's new home.
Let's hope.
I don't see why not.
Well, she might not go home if she dies.
True. But she's not well, dude.
You think she's going to make it like to the office if she was to win?
No.
You think she'd die ahead of it?
Well, I don't know if she'd die, but I've been, of course you don't know what to believe in media or news reports or anything.
Right.
But they're talking about this upcoming debate.
Mm-hmm.
And her team is deathly afraid that she's not going to be able to make it through the entire debate.
Won't be able to stand for 2 hours or whatever?
No.
So what do they want to do, a sit-down debate?
Well, they're trying to... they kind of like did the preliminary thing where, well, Hillary's it's gonna be well into October before she's well.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that they'll somehow maybe skip the debate.
Yeah, she is a real piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't believe, it just cracks me up, and I don't watch any news anymore. I'm just at the point where I cannot fucking stand it. But I do see it on Facebook, and, I see all these lefties fucking, Hillary and Trump is bad and whatever, and it's like, never, to this day yet, this election run has been, a year and a half so far? Is that right? Been going on for a year and a half?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Have you seen one thing that this bitch has done that makes her qualified to be the president?
No, it's just the whole legacy thing that she's served in the government as obviously a New York senator and Secretary of State, not saying that she did a good job, but she has quote unquote political experience, and that's her only I don't know what you want to call it, the qualification.
Is serving in times of failure good?
Well,
how do you get away with Benghazi? How do you get away with the email scandal? How do you get away with not protecting, classified information? How does she continue to get away with this? Her experience is bad.
Oh, I agree. I completely agree. It's
like, well, this guy used to be a mechanic, but he blew up 10 cars, so now he should own a car dealership.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same fucking...
Oh, I know. You and I both know that. But the thing is that the establishment does not like about Trump is that he's not one of them.
Right.
He doesn't need their support. He doesn't need them. True. And he doesn't need to be bought. He doesn't need to bend to them. He doesn't need to toe the line.
Yeah.
And they absolutely hate that.
Well, it's funny because they keep trotting out more and more shit, trying to get people not to vote for him, and I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, it backfires.
Yeah, I mean, I saw one the other day that they were trotting out fucking naked pictures of, what's his wife's name, Ivanka?
Melania.
Who's Ivanka? The daughter?
That's the daughter.
See how much I pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
So they trotted out like some naked pictures of Melania, and there was a thing that said, "Is this who you want as your next vice or your next first lady?"
And you're like, "Yeah, bring it on."
Absolutely. As opposed to the fucking half a chimp we got now, fuck yes, that's exactly who I want. Fucking what's her name? Michelle Obama. Her ass is so big you could slap on an English license plate on that big ass.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Her cock is just as big as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Probably true.
I've seen that thing swinging under her pants.
Yeah, there is that rumor too that she's really a man. She's a tranny, and that's why the Obamas have been so hardcore about transgender. Have you heard that rumor?
Yes. That Obama is gay and Michelle is transgender.
Yeah. I've heard that one. Did you like the one this week that now there's a double There's the
the Hillary double. Yeah. Well, and they had a good point about that, because supposedly after her fainting spell at 9/11, she comes walking out into broad daylight, not a Secret Service agent anywhere nearby.
Well, that was on purpose, though. Yeah, they had him around, just not to hold her. You mean?
No, nowhere within, arm's length.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I mean, it's just like, well, she came walking out just like she was just walking out of any old building any other day, just any other citizen. And that is kind of an interesting point, because wherever she goes, she's got security around her, within just feet.
Well, look at the fainting spell. The second she started to fall down, you had 15 people around her, so you couldn't see her.
Yeah, that's my point. But when she came walking out of that building, there was no one near her, nobody in the doorway, nobody close by, nothing.
And the rumor is that's because it wasn't really her?
That's how they formulated the rumor.
So what would they have done if she got gunned down? That fake. If the fake would have got gunned down, said, "Oh, well, we were just putting out a fake person."
I don't know the answer. I mean, it's all conspiracy theory. I get that.
I mean, I can't imagine what they would, I'm not saying I want worse to happen, but if that person is indeed a plant and not really Hillary Clinton, and that person got gunned down, what would the spin be for that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's how we protected her?
Right.
Let this person get her head blown off?
Sure.
Jeez.
Well, and the other thing is that, they were talking about her being, having pneumonia.
Yeah.
And talking about how, it can be contagious. Mm-hmm. And she was diagnosed supposedly with a pneumonia on Friday.
Okay.
And that little girl comes running up to her, and she's up there, up in her face, and kissing her on the cheek and taking a closey photo with her and all this.
Right.
And it's just like, well, if she has pneumonia and this is really Hillary Clinton, isn't that kind of irresponsible getting that up close with a child?
Well, this is a person that kills people, though, so...
Well, I understand.
She has no problem with that kid dropping dead.
But that's the whole thing, though, is they were talking about how contagious pneumonia is. Mm-hmm. And for her to put this young girl in her embrace...
Yeah.
It's just like, okay.
I can see that one. Hillary doesn't care about lives. Just ask Stevens' family.
Right.
She doesn't give a fuck if that kid dies. Whatever. No one will remember.
It's just crazy, dude. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Yep, it is the worst election in my lifetime. That's for damn sure.
Well, I get all my news through Alex Jones.
Do you really?
No.
I was going to say, damn.
I've watched Alex Jones very, very sporadically over the years.
Okay.
And this week, I caught some of the most recent things going on because I just wanted to see all the lies that are being told about Hillary's health.
Right.
And, of course, Alex Jones got an update every 10 minutes. This just in.
Yeah. The Bilderbergs are plotting to kill Donald Trump. He always has something breaking.
Yeah. Will they allow him to live if he makes it into the White House? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm going to take some of your calls tonight.
Yeah, we're going to get into it here.
We had a Secret Service agent approach us at the RNC. Yeah. People were surprised that we had full access passes. Yeah, little less independent news. And, the Secret Service agent approached us. We didn't approach him. He approached us.
And he was about the Illuminati.
And he was going to give us the inside scoop on the Clinton White House.
Yeah. Can't name who he is, but...
Alex Jones.
We're told that he's associated with the guy that makes thermite paint. Fucking Alex. I used to listen to Alex every day.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for no other reason than he's hysterical.
He is.
Everything is a conspiracy.
Of course it is.
But I mean, anything. You name it on TV. If there's a car accident on Main Street in Chicago, that's clearly the work of the Bilderberg Group. You see, what they're trying to do is disrupt the local community by having this car accident. And he'll have a plan for everything. It's like, dude, slow down a little bit.
The New World Order has struck again today, folks.
Yeah. You might think that it's a simple thing of a girl forgetting her credit card at the cashier, but we know that this is really an elaborate plot to ruin the food sources with GMO products.
I'm sure that any of you are doing any kind of commercial banking. They insist on you using that chip card instead of the swipe card. They're going to be implanting that chip. This is just a run-up to implanting that chip. This harkens back to the Old Testament with the 666 in the Bible. That chip on that card, that is the mark of the beast.
Every one of you I know that's listening, you got your iPhones, and you got your Samsungs. You know, those are all just tracking devices. And we, the people, are too stupid to realize that we're putting our tracking into the NSA's hands. It's all a big elaborate plot, friends. It's all a plot for the Bilderberg Group to know where you are, know what you're doing, know who you're buying food from, and know what you're eating. It's so they can control you, folks. Just be warned. Just be warned.
You know, I'm no Hillary fan, but I understand why she took 13 BlackBerry devices and hammered them during her tenure as the Secretary of State, because she didn't even want the Obama administration knowing where she was at.
That's why I use a rotary phone, friends. No chip in that phone, let me tell you. And it's in someone else's name, a name I will not disclose, because I have to keep it secret.
It's in someone else's name. I learned that from the darkies.
In fact, I have to go to someone else's house to take a call. Hold on while I drive over there. Alex. I love him, though. He's fucking hysterical.
It's great. But, I just been catching up a little bit on some of the, the exchanges going back and forth between what's that other news outlet? It's something National News or something. It's that guy who always wears a suit and a tie.
National, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
Oh, the PNN or whatever that is.
I'm not really sure what it's called. He's kind of a geeky looking guy. He's got glasses and kind of a beard and mustache and always wears a tie.
Is that Nigel guy?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Nigel, yeah. I forget what his news source is called, but yeah, he was just on Anthony's show like last week.
Sure.
That's kind of a higher tone, higher pitched voice.
Yeah, I caught up with this guy. I'd never really watched any of that before, but I was watching some of that this week, and I was kind of getting a laugh out of it.
Right. I love it.
I do too. It just makes me laugh, but Here's the thing, and I don't want to get too political here, but the thing is that you know that the liberal media establishment does not like Donald Trump.
No, they don't.
They are in the tank for Hillary all the way, and this is when the tides are turning.
Okay, when
you see liberal outlets like the Huffington Post and VOX. And the Washington, the Washington Post?
Oh, yeah.
When they start reporting that Trump is leading in the polls, you know he's really leading in the polls.
So you think he's got like a 15-point lead or something?
Yeah, because if he wasn't leading in the polls, they would downplay that as much as they could, saying, well, the race is close, But now they're just flat out reporting that Trump is ahead like 5 to 6 points or something like that. And you just know it just pains them to have to report that.
Why don't they just lie? I've never understood who, dude, you've been watching news for 35 years, right? Or 40 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever once seen a poll and then said, hey, let me look up this poll?
Well,
have you ever once done that?
Well, the thing is that there are other news outlets out there that report the same polls. Mm-hmm. So if, say, CNN says the Quinnipiac poll says blah, 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 and then, say, Fox News or some other outlet said the Quinnipiac poll says this, and it's totally different.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get away with that, do you?
Yeah, but if I just gave a name and polled 10 people I know, and I said, well, this is the Fiduciary of Freedom poll.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's some... Well, there are polls out there that have more of a credibility factor than others.
To who, though? But, I don't think to the regular people.
Yeah, but from name recognition.
I don't think that one you just named anybody knows, the Quinnipiac or whatever that is.
Quinnipiac.
Nobody knows what that is. If you said that you took a poll, what is it, the Quinnipiac?
Mm-hmm.
If you have poll results from the Quinnipiac poll, and I have polling numbers from the Fiduciary Freedom of America poll, who do you think people would believe? General people.
Well, there are some pollsters out there that do have a name recognition, say like Gallup.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with them?
Yeah, I know who they are, but I don't think the Gallup poll means that to regular people. Maybe it does in the inner circle of people, but I don't think that regular Joe knows the difference between the AP poll, the Gallup poll, the Quinnipiac poll, the whatever. Nobody knows what that shit is. In the end, because nobody goes and looks it up. They just watch it on the news and go, oh, look at that. Hillary is leading.
Sure.
Oh, Trump is leading. They don't go back and say, well, according to AP. Oh, well, let me pull up AP.com and find that poll.
Mm-hmm.
No one does that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you could use an established polling service out there and lie about their numbers.
I agree with that. But you could make up your own poll.
Sure.
You could put up a website, take numbers, and put up your own results, and nobody would know the difference.
But your opposition is going to say, we never even heard of that poll. What the fuck is that?
So?
Well, but see, this goes against any kind of credibility you may or may not have in the quote unquote news realm.
Right.
So if you do that too many times, if you were to lie and make up a poll name or, whatever, after a while they say, yeah, you can't believe CNN or you can't believe MSNBC.
I think we say that now, don't we?
Well, we do, but at least they do report something of, something that's established.
Yeah. I will admit this. I love seeing that fucking cocksucking site Snopes is getting destroyed every week now. I get so tired of people saying, well, what you posted isn't true because it says so on Snopes.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is Snopes? I could put up a website, too. Big deal.
Sure. Yeah, it is a little bit frustrating because you don't know who you can believe about anything. I don't care who you are. If you're a lefty or a righty, or if you listen to Alex Jones, or if you listen to CNN, or if you listen to Fox News, or if you listen to LA Times, or any one of them, you just don't know what to believe because everything is slanted by whatever writer is writing that script or the story.
The only guy with true credibility, Michael Savage. You like Michael Savage?
I do. I listen to Michael Savage. Doesn't he always play like Metallica and shit?
Yeah, he's like a metalhead.
Yeah, he's like a metal. He is my age, I think. He's 52.
Yeah.
But he's a metalhead, and probably my favorite to listen to is shit.
Phil Hendry?
No. They call him the Great One.
In Chicago?
No, he's nationwide. What the hell's his name? Why can't I think of? Can't think of it.
Is that Levin?
Yeah, that's it. Levin. Mark Levin. I like listening to him.
Okay.
Because he's just very straightforward, and he doesn't have any issue with calling people out.
Right.
And he does. So I like listening to him a lot.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever listened to Mark Levin very much.
Sure.
Look at chat room, David Icke. I like that guy, too.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's the best. You would like that guy.
Where is he from?
He's one of these conspiracy guys. He's one of those guys that if there's a car crash in New York, it's just further cover-up of the 9/11. Everything relates back to 9/11.
Sure. I think you're going to have to bounce Jackal out of the room. He's sleeping.
Oh, is he Zian?
Yeah, he's Zian again.
Oh, Jackal. Whatever. Dude, you guys should be talking about the early days of Deep Purple, man. That's what's important.
Hey,
let's compare albums. Bananas versus Purple in Japan.
Sure.